to make sure we also keep this as a recording for everyone to receive afterwards. And we're going to start the presentation, but maybe Petit, you want to say a few words about you, how you came to Peru on the first place, a few things like this to start.
Well, hi to everybody. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks to you, Dominique, for organizing that. And well, I am right now at Soliluna. As many of you know, I do live on property. Soliluna is my home. I've been living in Peru for the past 25 years now. Moved to the Valley 25 years ago, created a foundation that is called Soliluna, started to work in education with the local children, and then realized that that's it. That's what we want to do. We want to work for the children. We want to live in the Sacred Valley. We want to settle down in the valley with my husband. But we also soon realized that working into education, working with the local children, we needed to have a real financial backup. No, so lucky enough, my husband is an architect, and we created the hotel so we could finance the foundation. So that's how the Soliluna Hotel was created. Today, the hotel is the hotel that we're going to introduce to you now. It is also, the foundation is also now a real foundation with a 25 years trajectory. So we have a school with over 200 children. We have a center that is called Pacari, which is a center for children with disability, and an orphanage, no, which is the latest project that we started 2 years ago. And so it's full of life.
Voilà, a beautiful adventure and full of heart and passion. And you're my hero personally.
Thank you.
I think everyone in our heart would like to do what you do, but we don't always do it, of course. It's certainly not to this extent. So what you've done is, I'm really proud to work. It's not even working. I'm really proud to be with you because I know that each time I sold Soliluna, each time I present Soliluna, you're going to get money for your foundation. And I feel motivated, even more than my normal motivation.
Yeah. Muchas gracias. Thank you. But you know what we do, Dominique? It's really thanks to you and to many, many friends that help us. I think we are just the visual part of the foundation, but none of what I do would be able without the support of the friends I have all around the world. So it's not just me, it's many, many people, many, many hearts.
Yeah. And we saw it first with what's going on now. You had a lot of support with your funding for the school. So it shows that you have a lot of friends and they are not letting you down.
No. I'm very blessed. And I try to see the positive side of any situation. We've all been very affected by the pandemic, business-wise, no, definitely, no. Soliluna Hotel and many, many other businesses around the world had to close down from one day to another, remain closed as of today. But I try to say, well, thanks to the pandemic, I've been at Urubamba for the past 8 months. I've been at foundation every day. So it's been wonderful. I used to have to travel a lot, as you, Dominique, and many of our friends into the industry. And just being here, being able to be with the children, with the teachers, being able to be, I'm super thankful.
So we're going to go through the presentation. We are entering your beautiful area with the Sacred Valley of the Incas.
So that's where we are, in the Sacred Valley of the Inca. The picture that we can see now, it's a picture that was taken during the dry season. Now in November already, we are starting the rainy season. And I was telling to Dominique just before we started that actually the rainy season is my favorite season. I've been living here for the 25 years and really don't be afraid of the rain. Mostly it does not really rain during the day, but during the night, and everything is like blooming, full of flowers, life, and many, many colors. So the Sacred Valley, you access it, you will first land into Lima. Then, well, some people do like to spend maybe a day or two in Lima. Amazing gastronomical scene in Lima, definitely. And then you jump onto a flight, a 1-hour flight to Cusco. When you do land into Cusco, I personally recommend that you do not stay in Cusco when you arrive. It's quite high altitude, so much nicer to drive down directly to the Sacred Valley. Base yourself at Soliluna. Average stay on property is around 3 point something nights, And I guess it might grow onto 4 nights with the situation that we are living, because I think it's nicer that you just settle in one place. You don't have to bump around from one hotel to another. And actually, the location of Solinuna, you can see on the map, it's in the middle of the Sacred Valley. So you can visit everything you have around to visit in the valley, including Machu Picchu, that we do organize as a day trip. No, we're only located 30 minutes from the train station. So it's super, super convenient.
Yeah.
And actually,
and Cusco, you're just an hour and a half, so it's also
yes,
very easy.
We do have guests that prefer not to sleep in Cusco, and they also do it on a day trip. But I think it's nice myself to have a couple of nights in Cusco. No,
Yeah.
it's
and
a
plus
fun
it's such a beautiful property where you are, so I think people are happy to come and sleep where you are. No, have no altitude problems and so on. Huh?
No. There is not really any issue with the altitude in the valley, and you know, at Solinuna, it's your own little casita. I think it's always been wonderful for me that, and the idea was really when we created the hotel with my husband, that you don't want to come into an hotel in the valley that is a building, you know, and that you open your door and there is a corridor and there is a lift. I think we should leave all that to the big city. So when we created Solinuna, it was really, you come to the valley, what you want, it's to open your window, it's to open your door and see the valley and enjoy the valley. And I think definitely with what we live, there is no issue at all to do social distancing in Solinuna, because each room is a casita, so you are super independent from the others, you know. So
I stop a little more on this picture because I'll always love what it means, the pharmacy of the Incas. I think this is extraordinary, and it's in your backyard, huh, this picture.
Totally. You can go to Morai from Solinuna on a conventional tour with a car and a guide, or we can organize horseback riding directly from Solinuna, mountain biking, trekking. We can organize any activity and any visit directly from Solinuna and on different way.
And what I remember from my tour is at that time, they knew exactly what to plant in the bottom rather than to plant maybe 2 steps up, which I'm not sure we have the knowledge today. Maybe they still have it in Peru, but it's very hard to know, to realize
the temperature, no? Because
but it's so little different. You maybe have a meter or a yard. Huh? So it was incredible, this detail. You see, traveling is about experience and memories, and there are things that you will never forget. Huh? And this is the bank of the Incas, the salt. So they are their pharmacy.
Salt
mine. No, it's quite.
This is just literally just a few meters from the hotel, you know, so very easy.
Yes. And you can do it. Right? You have horses, you have ATV, so all this can be done by ATV and horses rather than just cars. So your beautiful family, and I think your husband, your son, I mean, they are famous sports-wise. Huh?
Well, Thomas, my son, actually that picture was taken a couple of years ago. I think we have to act. I look a little bit older nowadays.
No, you look the same.
I am the shortest one nowadays. You know, both of my children are much taller than me. Thomas is an alpinist. He's 17 years old and is the youngest alpinist of the world to have climbed so many summits. So, and he's a North Face athlete. So and I'm a proud mama, I guess.
Yeah, no, but it's great. And your husband also, no? They did not do
Yes, my husband is a professional paragliding pilot, and he's still competing very much. Well, except this year that there's been no competition. No, but he's very famous in the paragliding world.
And maybe your daughter also has done it. Yeah, maybe your daughter is famous too. I just remember about your son and I don't want to miss out on her, but I think you have a wonderful family and it shows a lot of hearts. Huh? So your association and your foundation that you started.
That's also my family, no? And I have to say that I'm blessed that none of this would have been possible without Franz, my husband, and even my children. They were born into the foundation. And this, you know, the children that you see on those pics, they are the Solinuna children. They are my students. Some of them actually do live in the orphanage as of today. And the little boy on the top left is actually my daughter's best friend. They've been studying together for the past 10 years. No, so it's just one family.
Beautiful, huh? It's a lot of love. I had the chance to visit the school myself, and it brought tears, but tears of joy to my eyes. And they
Yeah.
are dancing and singing and running into your legs. And I said, "Is it normal?" Usually, kids, when you said, "Go and say hello," they go the opposite. And you say, they know that everyone coming with me from the hotel. It's
Yeah,
thanks to basically to them that
exactly.
food on the plates and doctors and teachers. Huh? So it's wonderful.
We're very open to our children, so we tell them why we have people coming. We tell them why we have so many friends, and that when friends come to visit us, it's because that thanks to them we can give food, education, shoes, anything that we give to our children.
But it's a wonderful experience for the welcoming. We don't, because we absolutely don't expect such a welcome, huh, from small kids. That
That's,
sometimes small kids, maybe you understand, I understand, but they really don't get it. But they do. Huh? So you have,
usually, and the visit at the school, and you have one here, like it's like
yeah.
like one to you. Yes.
I remember I was kissing one, and another one came to kiss
Yes.
me on the other cheek. So I was like, oh, no, it's beautiful. Your environment is like, I don't know if you
Yeah.
have any more things you want to see while I'm.
No, I think on the school, I mean, our art is the foundation, so I could talk about the foundation and the children for
Oh,
hours and hours.
no, no.
Definitely, this is my life. But we have to talk a little bit
Your,
about this
your extended
because
family, as you said. Huh? So
it
now
is.
we are going into the hotel itself, huh, which is actually next door. So it's easy for everyone, huh, to come
It's
and
super
visit.
easy. Where I am now, it's the administrative part of the hotel, which is just across the street of the hotel. And then next to me, there's also the school, and the orphanage is actually 1 kilometer away. So everything is very much compact. No? So for people that stay on property and want to go to spend half a day or just visit the school of the orphanage, we go walking. As it's literally, I'm like 2 minutes away from the school walking. So it's really, really, really easy. So the hotel, well, the big news about the hotel, on the 15th of December, we are reopening. It's a mix of emotion, I have to say.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
going to be 8 months that we close. No, we close exactly on the 15th of March and we reopen on the 15th of December. It's not easy to reopen. It's not been easy to be closed and to maintain the property. But I think I'm going to cry when my first guest is going to walk in, because definitely I'm going to, well, I cannot hug them, I cannot kiss them,
not yet, but
but
yeah,
I will find a way of hugging them. No?
hugging them.
So
Yeah.
15th of December is the big day. Peru is nowadays open, no, to most of the countries. We have direct flights that are now from the United States for many, many, many cities, and I'm sure you know which city. I do not know myself. And I have to say, before talking about the hotel, I'm going to Machu Picchu on Monday next week, and I will send you some pics and videos.
Oh, perfect.
And I'm super exciting. I think I've been over. I'm very lucky. I think I've been, I don't know, maybe 30 times to Machu Picchu. I have no idea. But I'm more excited than any of those time, because I'm going to be in Machu Picchu and there's almost nobody nowadays. So I think it's the best time to come to Peru now. Before the pandemic, I was always like, oh, I think there's a bit too many people. No, it was to my taste not always pleasant to see so many tourists. So I think one of the good parts, it's going to be very peaceful, and I will recommend anybody that had Peru on their bucket list to do it now,
Do
because
it now.
now it's
Yeah.
going to be peaceful time.
Yeah, and you do have space, huh, for festive season, so
Yes,
so
we
that's
do, yes.
perfect, and it's
Yes.
great for family.
Yes.
We are actually even on the premium casitas, who are the one we are showing now, are perfect
Yes.
for. Huh?
If you want, Dominique, you can pass the picture and I will explain a little bit the casita. There is no big building, so all the accommodation is casita, 3 level of casita, premium, deluxe, and superior casita. So that's what I mentioned before. The idea is you open your door, you open your window, you have your own terrace, you have your own private garden. So it's very, very relaxing. As you are seeing from the picture, it's a very colorful property. Definitely, when we created Sol y Luna with my husband Franz, of course we love Peru. We love the colors of Peru. We love the people of Peru, and Dominique and whoever is listening to us that have been to Peru, I'm sure they remember those smiley faces, those people that are always in a good mood. So we wanted to transmit that into the hotel. That's what we use, so many colors. Usually when you go to hotels around the world, they're very beige, no? They're very white, no? At Soliluna, you have pink room, you have orange room, you have yellow room, you have flowers, you have art, no? And you have Peruvian art. I have an amazing friend, and when everybody comes on property, I'm happy to introduce him. His name is Federico Bauer. He's an amazing artist. So he's the one doing alfresco painting. So throughout the property, each of the room have an alfresco painting in the bedroom. And then we take a detail and we put it back on the design of the rugs, on different part of the casita. So we create a very nice ambience. This is one of our terrace that you've just seen with a little plunge pool, no, on the top picture. So it's super nice to have one of those casita because, of course, you have your private jacuzzi.
And you have
this is the deluxe casita.
So it's a right number, and not too big, not too small. It's a great size. And you have magnificent garden as well. I don't know if, because I can see behind you, you have all these beautiful flowers and trees, flowers.
Yeah, bougainvillea flowers are really part of the Soliluna.
And they are everywhere. They're everywhere. So that is stunning. You feel like you're going into a botanical garden as well. Huh?
Completely.
Love the casitas, the lots. That's why actually I stayed in one of them. Huh?
Yeah. It's the perfect size. The casita is actually 110 square meters, so it's quite big. And I'm talking about inside square meter. It doesn't
more than 1,000 square feet. Huh?
Yes. And so you have your own lounge, you have perfect space, you know, if you want to do breakfast in the casita, breakfast in the terrace, lunch and dinner also, wherever you feel like, you know, you just have to tell us and we organize it. No, it's a very small property, Dominique, as you know, so it's super easy to do what you want. Just tell us.
And you could connect some of the dolots. You can connect the matrimonial dolots.
Exactly.
There is another one with two bedrooms, Millie.
The one you can see right now is actually a deluxe casita, and we have two sets of casita that are next to each other with a common entrance or common
and with a little corridor, and it's a covered corridor with a it's
perfect for family.
So that's perfect. Yeah, family of four. I also love your bathrooms, and as you said, you have all this beautiful design everywhere and color.
Yeah. It's funny, those bathrooms, because I had so many guests, but really so many guests that keep on asking us, you know, oh, please, we love the bathroom, you know, can your husband help us to design a house? We're building our summer house, our winter house. And they're quite simple, actually, but I don't know why people love them.
This is actually a good picture because we have a little glimpse of what the garden is, because usually all those pictures focus on the item or the casitas or the restaurants. And then I would love a picture, just the garden, and because really it's quite remarkable. Huh? You know.
It's a beautiful garden, and the garden is actually home nowadays to more than 35 different kinds of birds. No, wow. I don't have many knowledge of the birds myself. I'm sorry about that. But we had a friend that stay on property that is, I don't know the name in English when you specialize in bird and you know all of them. No. So he stayed with us about a week, I think, or 2 weeks, and to recognize all of them and to register all of them. And nowadays, when you come at Soliluna and you come to one of our casita, you have a little bird books on your table waiting for you. So you can walk around throughout the property, through the garden, and just
try to identify them. Huh?
That's a family casita, by the way.
Yes, we can see the upstairs a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have
perfect when you have young children, no, the king size bed on the first floor, 2 double bed on the second floor, just one shared bathroom, but they work very well for family, I would say so. The superior casita, of course, it's the entry level, but they're super cute. Actually, I love them myself because as they're smaller, they feel like even more comfy, no? And in the middle of
the beautiful variety of flowers and plants and trees around. So look at this little touch as well. That's definitely beautiful.
And then I think we got to talk about food. No?
or your Relais Chateau. Huh? So that's definitely also always a guarantee that the food is amazing.
And well, Soliluna, we have 2 restaurants. And I have to say that for us at Soliluna, even before being Relais Chateau, we've been Relais Chateau for the past 7 years now. But we've always put a lot of emphasis into our restaurant. Many hotels, they don't really care about their restaurant. It's just the restaurant of the hotel. At Soliluna, it's never been the case, you know. So it's really like an amazing restaurant. Our chef name is Nacho. Nacho has been working with us since day one on property. So we've been evolving together through the past 20 years and more. And so Kiyawasi is our fine dining restaurant. We have 2 restaurants on property. So fine dining.
I didn't have lunch yet. Can you believe? And I'm looking at
You
this.
did not? Oh, well, I think direct flight are from Miami, definitely, Dominic.
Okay.
So you have to make it happen.
Wait, look at this. And you're using also local ingredients, so it's usually very much
we
organic.
really try not to import anything, of course, from outside the country, and try to minimize what we bring from Lima, except then maybe wine, olive oil, a product that really are not being produced in the Sacred Valley. No? The fish also, we try to work actually more with the fish from the jungle, because we're much closer from the jungle than from Lima. We have the mountain just here, and you pass those mountains, you are into the jungle.
Oh, look at this one as well. Very creative. Of you have like a Michelin star level of dining, really.
I do have a great chef and a great team. Then Waira. Waira is our second restaurant. As you can see, we have a horse on the picture, because Waira is also our ranch. We breed Peruvian Paso horses. We're actually expecting to have a newborn very, very soon.
Oh,
so
you will send us a picture, huh?
Yes, we will. It should be born any days, no? So we're waiting.
But I'm sure you will post it on social media, so we'll be able to find it. Nice. Text me when it is, so I can.
Yeah. So that's not true that we just talk about it. At Waira, so it's a more relaxed, comfortable restaurant, comfy food. Lunchtime, really, it's our guest favorite lunch. It's not a la carte, it's not buffet, you're just walking, and we keep on bringing different dishes onto your table, and very authentic food. So we always talk about that Peru has so many kinds of potatoes, but when you go to your restaurant, there's in the a la carte, there's only 2 kinds of potatoes. So what we do, for example, with the potatoes, we work with local producers in the mountain. They bring us whatever they have, and we put it on the table of Waira. So not only you can listen that we have, I don't know how many kinds of potato, you can try them. So that's a little bit.
There is like 50 kinds of potato in Peru, huh?
I don't remember, but there's many, many of them. I don't want to say a number because it's going to be a wrong number, but there's a lot of potatoes. So the same, for example, that dessert, this is alfajoles, no? It's a very, very traditional dessert, and we present it in a different way.
And the great surprise also is because you could have a lunch and then looking at the horse show at the same time, huh?
Exactly. A demonstration of Peruvian Paso horses at lunchtime. They are horse full of tradition. It's a pure breed, and it's a horse that walk lateral, so they're very, very smooth. I think you went riding.
Yes, because I was still having lunch, but then I wanted to ride, take a picture. So one of the gentlemen just stepped out, down, and then I went riding.
And that's the restaurant, Waira inside. So it's the same. Lunchtime, you have the choice between either you can go to Kiyawasi or to Waira. The same in the evening. You can go to the gourmet restaurant, or you can come to Waira, and maybe you want to have something a bit more simple, a pizza, a pasta, a lomo saltado. That will be at Waira.
And for Waira, you can also eat outdoors. Huh? You have both.
Yes, of course. Many activity outdoors, not only during the day, but during the night. No, so pizza night. It's not very Peruvian, but everybody at some point love to have a pizza. You know. So what we do, we set up a big table. We do ourselves our own pizza. So guests love it.
I had a great cooking classes with your chef. And it was beautiful. Huh? I remember the table in front of me. That was spectacular. So some more picture of your beautiful. Oh, but no, but that is actually your private cellar. Huh?
This is the wine cellar. This was actually a dream of my husband to have a wine cellar, and for whatever reason, we happened to do it in Waira. I don't know why he connected the wine with the horses, you know. So this is actually done. You have to take a few steps down and you get to the wine cellar, and we have amazing dinner at the wine cellar. It's really an experience that I would recommend not to miss.
Yeah. Especially if the clients are staying, longer, 2 nights, 4 nights, 5 nights, 6 nights, they will have all the time because there is much more at the hotel that we could think. Huh? It's not only about the excursion. Huh?
And now we're going to see, well, that is our spa. And I think on the next picture, on the 1 or 2 pictures further, we have an amazing swimming pool. And there's been I think we created that new swimming pool about 3, 4, 5 years ago, I'm not sure. And it's been an amazing change since we created that part of the property. People start to stay, we want to do nothing. So we want to stay on property. We want to lunch by the pool. We want to combine it with a massage, with a treatment at the spa. We want to relax. No,
Yes.
The holiday in Peru is a very active holiday. They go out daily, usually, to visit Maras, Moray, Machu Picchu. You have to climb many Inca steps. So make sure they have a day of doing nothing. And that's
1 day or 2, I would think. Maybe 2, and then 1 day a local excursion, and then 1 day to Cusco, 1 day to Peru. So a nice 5 days would certainly be a great balance between everything you have to. Because you offer a lot of activities as well. Huh?
Yes, we do our own activities since day one when we opened 20 years ago. Both, well, we mentioned that France is a paraglider. I used to be a paragliding pilot also, but we are a very active family. So for us, from day one, when we opened the hotel, we offer our own treks, our own. We have mountain bike on property. We have e-bikes on property. We of course have horses on property. We have ATV, kayak, paddle, everything, and we even used to guide ourselves those activities. And that was the best day for me, when front desk would tell me, Petite, can you go as a guide for horseback riding? I would love to do that. I actually stopped doing it because then you get so busy. But now that we are reopening the hotel, I'm going to be.
You're going to do it. Huh? Have a tour with the owner itself. Huh? So your lovely boutique, now we are passing by.
That is anything that I like, So I still travel a lot around Peru. So when I find something that I like, I'll maybe buy something for my own house and then a few more for the boutique of the hotel. So people really love it because they discover many, many things that they don't see in other parts of the Sacred Valley. Very nice.
So the experiences that we were just mentioning.
Yes, I mentioned them a little bit, so from paddling to the lake, to the one we're going to see on the picture. Very important, all our experiences are private. We never join 2 family, 2 guests or whatever. So if you want to go horseback riding with us, trekking, whatever we do, it's private basis, no? So I think this is going to maybe to reassure guests a little bit nowadays, that with the COVID story, they don't want to get mixed.
Yeah,
on the picture,
landscapes are fabulous. Look at this, freedom and the space.
With the black sky. Beautiful. I think that picture was taken like November a few years ago because it's green and it's dark, which is the color that we have nowadays. Paragliding, no, of course, whoever wants to take a tandem flight with my husband, we just go. Yeah. We go and
best picture ever, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you have stunning views. I think sometimes the Sacred Valley people maybe just stay 2 days and they don't enjoy or spend enough time, but there is so much to see.
Yeah, definitely. And it's very easy, as everything is private, to mix and match the way you want. Let's say in the morning you want to go to visit Chinchero, we visit Chinchero with our guide, and then from Chinchero you get on your bike and you bike down to the lake of Waipo. We're waiting for you with a very nice picnic, and then the horses are also waiting for you, and you come back to the property horseback riding. So we mix whatever you want, it's super easy to do so. And just a few words on gastronomical experiences that you show a picture. Many guests nowadays love to go to the market. And I think it's far more interesting to go to the local market with Nacho or even with myself. And I will introduce you to all those ingredients, to all those herbs that you can see. We buy whatever is on season and then we cook together on property. So that's what we also do.
Okay. Well, that was wonderful. Thank you very much, my dear Petite. And it was great to see everything in details. And And I hope everyone enjoyed the presentation. I do not know if we have any question, but I think they were so detailed. And I don't know if there is anyone who would like to say something, but the color, the textile are wonderful. We have lovely comments. So hello, good evening to everyone. Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Boa tarde. And so that will be the end of our presentation. And thank you again, Petit. And,
Thanks a lot.
and
Thanks
I
to
know you're waiting for our friends in the travel industry to send you their wonderful clients. And definitely Christmas, New Year is a wonderful time to go and buy all these beautiful presents from your lovely boutique. Yeah.
Whenever you feel like, as from the 15th of December. And of course, I'll be the one receiving the guests.
Voilà. And we notice you will be always, voilà. And I heard that you will be taking them on excursion as well.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to that. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much. So we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
So bye-bye, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I don't know if any of you wanted to go to to speak directly, because nowadays we don't have the possibility to allow the talk at the same time. Unfortunately, they changed the system. So, but anyway, so I hope you had a good time with us, and we'll see you soon. Bye.